Hey everybody, it's Jake. Now, the question was asked, why is Western civilization significant and why do we need to study it? Well, Western civilization is really the basis of the United States. Now, why does that matter? Because the United States is the most powerful country in the world. Therefore, this matters. Now, why is that the case? Is that a legacy that just comes magically on its own? No, it does not. It does not come really from the Eastern civilizations, from China and Japan. It's going to focus really in places like Greece and Rome. And Greece and Rome are the ones who kind of set us up. So Greece gives us the first republic and the first democracy, democracy being, of course, a place called Athens. And this is going to be a very significant achievement, but because of what they are doing, they're actually going to tear themselves down. Because remember, the individual is the one that's running the show. Well, individuals are going to look out for their own interests rather than the interests of the group at hand. And because this is a democracy and not a republic, they're going to destroy themselves. See Alcibiades being removed from command, even though he was winning all these battles against the Spartans. And then we're going to see the Romans do what they do best, which is take things that have been done before and make them better. And they're going to create this republic. And this republic is going to be very influential. It's going to be one of the most powerful states who have ever existed. And in the West, they're the ones who we all aspire to be. This can be seen whether we're talking about the flag with SPQR, the eagle, really. So Napoleon once uses the imperial eagles, America, freedom, apple pie, uses the eagle as our symbol. And we're also going to see this idea of civitas. People like Juan Sepulveda are going to speak about this in Spain, even when Spain is kind of running a show in 1500s. Why? Because everybody wants to go back and essentially be Rome again. Now, Kwame Appiah would disagree with my contention, but Western civilization is important, it is real, and it is something that is unique into the West and no one else. And there's a reason for this. So if you want to talk about the Byzantine Empire, the Byzantine Empire are really going to focus on the Greek portion of the culture. Remember, the whole point of the West is really the blend of Greek and Roman culture, and then it's going to really filter out into all these other things, and they're, of course, going to add their own flavors to it. But the Byzantines have really the Greek side mainly. And we've got in the West where they've got the Roman side, but remember, the Dark Ages occur, so that has fallen, and as a result, they're going to be lost. They're going to lose literacy, and what's going to eventually pull them out of this is going to be the Crusades. And by going to the Crusades and going to the Middle East, which did not fall, and by going to the Byzantine Empire, which had not fallen yet either, they're going to get access to materials that have been long lost, especially these ideas of some Roman thinkers, but mainly Greek thinkers, especially Aristotle, who's going to be very significant. We're going to see a guy like Thomas Aquinas is going to use his ideas, and they're going to basically try to use him into Christianity. And this is going to be important because these ideas of the Greeks and the Romans, which are highly individualistic, are going to be used to start questioning the church. And we'll see this happen into the Reformation. In the Reformation, they're not necessarily going at new ideas, they're going back to the individual, which is something that goes from Greece and Rome. Now, this is significant because if you as an individual are in charge of your own relationship with God, then therefore you can be in charge of your own government. And that is a powerful, powerful thing to be able to do because you control your path to the next life, but more importantly, for our purposes here on earth, you control your path here. And this is an idea that is unique to the West. We don't see this in China, where the emperor kind of ran the show. And of course, you have the mandate of heaven, and all these things go on until obviously communism spreads. But in the West, it's all about the individual, and especially from Western Europe, the places that have become more Protestant rather than Catholic, because Catholics, it's about the group as a whole versus Protestants, which is typically about the individual, which is kind of where we are. And why is that important? Because again, the most powerful nation on earth is the United States, and ideas we use are essentially the ideas of ancient Greece, ancient Rome, and we have created an amalgamation of those guys plus others that have come before, with England especially, and also with certain aspects of other European nations such as France and Spain as well.